Hello. Okay. First, I want to say, and the reason why I'm going to say it is because I never got to say this. First, no one's commented yet. I'm sure they will by the time I get done with this. But okay, England and Wales. These are very, very like typical English names. Or yeah, English names. So there's a couple out here I don't care for, but none of them are too bad. We'll start with the girls. Number 10 was Evie. Evie is very cute. I think Evie is very cute. And if I had a little girl and I named her Evelyn, I would probably call her Evie. Because I don't necessarily like the name Eve. But I think Evie is very cute. The next one is Grace, and I think Grace is so super cute. I think it's come down in popularity in the last few years, but it's still quite popular. I've always liked Gracie. I think Gracie is like so cute, but for a while there, Grace was really popular. And okay, I've always said I don't like virtue names. I guess I do like virtue names. I like Gracie, or I like Grace. And I think that's like as far as virtue names go for me, is Grace. But I think the nickname Gracie is like so cute. I used to, when I was in grade school, I went to school with a girl whose sister her name was Grace, and they called her Gracie. And she had like the longest hair I had ever seen on anyone. And now that I'm older, I now know that they were quite religious. I want to say they're like Episcopalian or something. They never cut their hair. They wore pants, but the girls never cut their hair. So all of the girls had just really long hair. And she was just the cutest little girl. Now she's probably in her 20s, but at the time she was the cutest little girl, and her name just fit her like a glove. She was just the cutest little Grace, and ever since I've really liked that name. The next one is Chloe, and I do like Chloe. I just don't think it's gonna age well on kids. I think the name Chloe is like a very cool name. I like the sound of it. I like how it just rolls off the tongue, but I don't think it will age well with a child. Number 7 is Ruby, and I love Ruby. Ruby is the only gemstone name I like. I don't like any other gemstone name. But I do. I love the name Ruby. I think Ruby is so cute. I think it's a little nicknamey sounding, but I like it. Okay, now this next one is number 6. This is Jessica, and this just screams 80s to me. I don't like it. I don't like any name that was used a lot in the 80s or 90s. Any name that's not, very, like, a name that's not classic. There was a lot of Davids and Michaels and whatnot. I like those names. But anything that was just very dated, that was pretty much used just in the 80s and 90s, I don't like, and Jessica is one of them. I've always liked the name Jessa, though. Jessa. I always thought Jessa was really cute. But Jessica is just very, very dated. The next one is Amelia, and I've never liked this name. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I do like the spelling with the E. I like Amelia, but I don't like Amelia. I don't know why. I know it's such a little difference, but it's not. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I feel like a schmutz now. But alright, we're gonna go on. The next one is number 4, and it's Lily. I love Lily. I love it, love it, love it. It's nicknamey for me, so if I were to use it, I would name my daughter Lillian and call her Lily. But I like Lily. Lily is like it just rolls off your tongue, and it's so cute, and it's a name that has been around forever. So Lily is one of those names that will age very well. The next one is The next one is Emily, and I love the name Emily. Emily got really popular it was actually kind of like with Grace. It got really popular, and I think it's still quite popular. But I love the name Emily. I had let's see, it was either a great aunt or a, like, by great I mean by like great, either aunt or a grandmother. You know what, it was a grandmother. My great grandma Cowie, her name was Emily, so it's a family name, and I've always liked the name Emily. And again, it's like with Lily, it's a name that will age well. The next name is Sophie, and I love the name Sophie, but I prefer Sophia on a birth certificate. Like, my number 1 name is it's kind of out there, because when I have my first daughter, my daughter will be named after my grandmother. She will have my grandmother's first and middle name for her middle name. And the only name I have found that works well with my grandmother's name is Sophia. My grandmother's first and middle name was Betty Jean. She was not born in Elizabeth. She was not born a Bethany. She was born Betty. So, my first daughter will be Sophia Betty Jean. I've tried to sling that name onto other ones, and it doesn't work, and I don't know if I've just, have decided it's gonna work. I don't know, but Betty is just a really hard name to use as a middle name. But yeah, so my first daughter will be Sophia Betty Jean, and she'll go by Sophie. I'll call her Sophie. Or possibly even Sophie B. The names that were in the top 100, I like all but 2 of these ones. The first one was Poppy. I don't care for Poppy. I think it's kind of like one of those cutesy names. I also babysat for a family that had a dog named Poppy, so that's kind of for me. But yeah, I don't really care for Poppy. The next one is Freya, and I love Freya. I love Freya. I've liked Freya for a while. I'm trying to remember the first time I heard it. I think I was watching a baby story on TLC. I was watching something on TV, and there was a little girl, and her name was Freya, and I just thought that was the cutest name. I don't know how well that would age with a child. I don't know. Kind of in the middle. But I do love Freya. I think Freya is very cute. The next one is Millie, and it's kind of, It's cute. It is cute. But, I don't know. I could see it growing on me more, though. I'll tell you that much. The next one is Harriet, and I love the name Harriet. I think Harriet is so cute. My mom would probably smack me upside the head if I were to, actually, no, I'm going to have to tell her I like this name. I do like this name. It's very old lady-ish, but, I don't know, I like it. I love Harriet. The next one is Tilly, and to be completely honest with you, it's a cute name, but the only thing I think of when I hear this name is Jennifer Tilly, and I can't stand that woman's voice. Oh my god. And she plays the most obnoxious characters in any movie she's in. I can't stand her. Oh, I can't stand her. Oh, I can't stand her. So when I hear Tilly, I think of Meg Tilly, so it kind of ruins it for me. Alright, on to the boys. The first one is James. I've never been a big fan of James. I love it for a middle name, though. I would never use it as a first, but I do like it as a middle name. The next one is George, and I love George. I think George is so cute. When I was, like, in my teens, I don't know if it was, like, around where you were, but everything was George. Like, it was just, like, a running joke. We would just look at each other and say George. But I love that name. And I like Georgie on a little boy. I think Georgie is really cute. The next one is Joshua, and I like the name Joshua. My best friend's brother's name is Joshua. He's a little bit of an ass, but I do like the name Joshua. I'm not sure if I would ever use it, but I do like it. The next one is William, and I like William. I think I know I've said this before. I like the nickname Willem for it. It's on my list. Next one is Thomas. I've never been a big fan of Thomas. I like Thomas by itself, but I don't like any of the nicknames. And I know if I were to use this, that someone would call my child Tommy. And I hate the name Tommy. Ugh, I hate it. I think Tommy is such an ugly name. Or Tom. No. I don't like those names. So, for that, I would never use Thomas. The next one is Charlie. And Charlie is on my list as well. Charles is, and then Charlie for a nickname. But I love Charlie. My, cousin had his second baby. Him and his wife named their second baby Charles. And they call him Charlie. And he's like the chunkiest little baby. So we call him Chunky Charlie. But the name just fits him so well. He's like the most darling baby. He never cries. The only time he cries is when he's hungry or he needs to be changed. That's it. He is the happiest baby. And so Charlie has made me love the name Charlie even more. And I named my first teddy bear Charlie. So I've liked this name for a long time. The next one is Elfie. And I like the name Elfie. I like Alfred. And I think Elfie is just really cute. But it is very British. I don't think I've ever heard a child here in the States be named Elfie or be called Elfie, with the exception of Elfie Woodward. But Elfie Woodward is a woman. So, yeah. I'm not sure. Nope, I'm not sure about that on a boy. Just because when I think of Elfie, I kind of think of Elf the alien from the 80s, but I also think of Elfie. Actually, you know what? I think her name is Elfrey. I think her name is Elfrey. I think I might be mistaken. I think I'm wrong. I think her name is Elfrey with an R in it. I'm gonna have to look that up. Sorry. Can you explain to me why I yawn? Whenever I turn on my camera, I start yawning. Next one is Harry. I love Harry. I do. I love Harry. Harry and Henry are like my names right there. I love them. But Henry didn't make this list, which surprised the hell right out of me. But yeah, so I like Harry. Next one is Jack. I do like Jack, but I prefer Jackson. I like Jack for a nickname. And I'm still trying, I don't understand the whole Jack John thing. They're just, the only thing in common they have is they start with a J. And number 1 is Oliver. Oliver is my number 2. I love Oliver. My mom hates it, but I love Oliver. Oh my goodness, I gotta tell you this. Amelia. My mom loves my number 4 name. Henry. My mom loves the name Henry. Oh, it's like so weird for my mom because every name I have written down she hates, and then I said Henry and she's like, oh, I like that name. So I had to tell you that. What else thinking about it? Back to Oliver. I do love Oliver. Oliver's my number 2 name. Oliver may even surpass Elliot. I'm not sure yet because I love the name Elliot. Let's see. Okay, top 100 for boys. Let's see. 19. Oscar. I love Oscar. I'm saying a lot of I loves, but I do. I love the name Oscar. Oscar's my number 3. It is really something. I think I completely glazed over number 1 on the girl side. I think I did. On the girl side, number 1 was Olivia. I don't care for Olivia. I like it if people were to pronounce it Olivia, because I like Olivia. But to pronounce it Olivia, I don't like it. I know. And me and my sounds, I know. I'm weird. I'm a dork. But yeah, so number 1 on the girl side was Olivia. Not real big on it. It's okay. It's far too popular right now. Back to the boy side, top 100. Archie. Very nicknamey. But I don't know. I don't know if I could get past Archibald. That is such a pretentious name. I don't know. Even, like, if he was in trouble. Because, like, in my family, when we're in trouble, our full names get yelled. Like, for our first, middle, and last. That's when we know we're in trouble when our full names are being used. And I don't know if I could use Archibald. I don't know. That's a big name. 45 is Freddy. You know, I like Freddy. I do like the name Freddy, but whenever I think of the name Freddy, I think of Freddy Krueger. So, the name's kind of ruined for me. I don't like Fred. I did until that obnoxious child on YouTube. That teenager, Fred. Her voice gives me migraines. I like the name Fred until then. And then I was just like, oh my god, never using that name. So, yeah, he kind of ruined that name for me. But I do like Freddy. It's just, it reminds me of Freddy Krueger and, yeah. Speaking of migraines, I'm forming one right now. 63 was Ollie. I don't like Ollie. And I hope to hell that when I have a boy and I name him Oliver, that he's not called Ollie. Because I just, my best friend, actually the same one whose brother's name is Joshua. Joshua and his wife have a Cocker Spaniel, and they decided to name this Cocker Spaniel Ollie. So, I'm like, yeah, so now whenever I think of the name Ollie, I think of a little black and white Cocker Spaniel. So that just kind of kills it for me. The last one, which I didn't number, is Reuben. I do not like the name Reuben. I don't think I've ever liked the name Reuben. I love Reuben sandwiches, and when I hear Reuben, I think of Reuben sandwiches. That or Reuben Studdard, but mostly Reuben sandwiches, because I don't listen to Reuben Studdard's music. But, yeah, I think of Reuben sandwiches when I hear the name Reuben. Plus, there's no good nicknames for Reuben. Rube. No. Or God forbid someone would nickname the child Ruby for a boy. No. No, 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 no. So, no. But yeah, that's all of them. I have no idea about, holy hell, 20 minutes and 4 seconds. I'm going now.